Money. Yes, money is a very important aspect of our lives. You want to call it finance, however you want to call it, is very, very important in our lives. It affects the kind of clothes we wear because it determines the kind of clothes we're going to buy. It determines the kind of house we live in. It determines the kind of schools we are able to send our children to, and so on. The gadgets we use, the different electrical appliances we use, and all that, and so on and so forth. This is a very important aspect of our lives. You'll be so surprised at how little information, how little the information that we need we have about money. Let me explain what I mean. The information we need to have about money. You'll be so surprised that as a person, you may not have as much as you need to have to help you get by in your financial life. Oftentimes, the information we have about money are from friends, are from colleagues, are from our parents, and so on and so forth. But the question is, are they experts when it comes to the issue of money? Look at their own lives. Is there financial balance in their own lives? The people we are getting financial information from, do they have financial balance? And so on and so forth. And then also what you'll be also be considering is the information that we are getting from them. Is it able to transform our financial life? Or so far the information you have gotten about finance, has it been able to be translated into the extent that it can transform your own financial life? And the truth is this: you cannot live a balanced financial life without having the required information that will help you live a balanced financial life. So this is an aspect of our life that we need to be deliberate about, because you discover that so many relationships are suffering because of money issues. So many families are suffering because of money issues, and you find quarrel, you find disagreement. Oftentimes couples may not tell you that this is the reason for their quarrel. They run around so many other things, but many of them boil down to money issues. Now, what you know about money will determine how you manage money. It will also determine how you are able to make more of it. These two aspects are very important: managing the one you have and making more. But all will be determined by the level or amount of information, what you have learned, what you've known about it. Now, there are some people that the moment they receive their salary, it will not even take them half of the month before it is over. It doesn't matter the amount that they have. In fact, they may have gotten a raise in their salary maybe a couple of months ago. They are still going through the same cycle. And then there are also others who the salary they receive, the very day they are receiving their salary, that is the same day that their salary is finishing. In fact, before their salary comes, they are already owing a lot of people. So the moment the salary comes, they distribute the salary to the people that they are indebted to, and then they are left with nothing, and they begin a new month borrowing. Do you find yourself in that situation where financially you are very stuck? Financially, you feel frustrated. In fact, you get depressed when you talk about when you look at the way money is handled in your own life. You are not alone. A lot of people are in that situation. But the way out is getting to learn how to get out of it. There's this couple that were very, very frustrated in their financial life. It may surprise you to know that the husband of the house, the man of the house, is a university professor. So he was earning much when it comes to his salary. But just like I said before, the amount is not what matters, but the information on how to effectively use it is what matters the most. And let me digress a bit from the story. Now, if a parent leave so much money to the children, This is to prove the point I'm talking about, managing it, effective information on how to manage money. If the parent die leaving the children with so much money, no matter how much the money is, if the children do not learn this principle of effective management of money, on how to manage the one they have and make effective plan on increasing the one they increasing their sources, you discover that no matter how much it is, over time it's going to finish. Now let's come back to the story. This couple, the husband, the man is a university professor and he was earning much, but despite the amount he was earning, it was not able to sustain them. Why? As he receives his salary, he purchases whatever he wants to purchase, and purchases whatever he wants to purchase for the wife and themselves, their upkeep and all that. So they spend a lot, and at the end of the day, they are not having enough to sustain them. So he will borrow. He will borrow for this month, and the next month he's going to borrow. So he kept borrowing until he was indebted to a lot of people, so that each time he receives his salary, he gives out his salary to the people he's indebted to, and oftentimes he's not even able to pay all the people he's owing. So he will still borrow, and the next month he's going to borrow more. At the end of the day, he discovered that he was so caught up with being indebted to so many people. In fact, the people he was owing, a good number of them started coming after him. Some were taking him to court and all that, different cases here and there. So he was so stuck. He was frustrated. But something helped him. He came across an information that really helped him financially, helped him and his family financially. What was this information? This information involved him taking a decision, and he actually applied the knowledge he got. Look at what he did. He wrote down the list of all the people he was owing. He kept that list and then made a decision together with his wife that they're going to go to these people that they are owing, let them know how they are going to pay the debt, and then secondly, they are going to divide their income beginning from the next month. Whatever they receive, they will divide it into different percentages. Now 10% they are going to keep for saving for themselves for the future, and then 20% they are going to use and divide it among all the people they are owing to pay their debt, and then the remaining 70% they are going to keep it for their upkeep. I know what that means. It means they are going to reduce their expenses to the barest minimum, so that 70% can accommodate their expenses and their upkeep. They did that. First of all, they began by going to all the people they are owing. They showed them the list, said, look, we are owing you. We acknowledge that for a very long time we've not paid anything and you've not seen us. We are so sorry. Now this is the plan we have on ground. They signed that every month we are going to pay you a percentage. Look at other people we are owing, so we can't afford to pay all of your money, but we are signing that every month we will give you a portion of the money. Then they kickstarted the plan. The next month, the moment they received their salary, they divided it. 10% they saved. Then they used 20% and went to each of the people they were owing and paid a particular percentage. And of course, they had received different reactions. Some were happy, some were not happy, some were like, okay, good, it is nice. We've not seen you for a long time, you've not paid anything to me. Now I can receive something from you, and there's a working plan that you will pay the rest, so it's okay. So at the end of the day, they continued the second month, the third month. It was difficult at first for them to cut down their expenses to accommodate down to the level of the 70%. It was difficult, but over time they got used to it. The second month, the third month, it went like that. In the 1 year, after 1 year, you discover that they now have something they are saving for themselves for the future, and they are gradually paying their debt, and then they are managing their upkeep. Within 2 to 3 years, in the third year, they had paid all their debts. And now they say to themselves something, that as we are completing our debt, when we complete our debt, we will increase our amount of saving, and then also that will help us to build our income sources. Now at the end of the 3 years, they finished paying their debt. They were free, and they already had something they were saving. Now let me say something that is very important. you have to take care of two things. Increasing your sources of income is very important, but that is on one side, and the other side you have to take care of is reducing your expenses. Look, this one happens to us in our life. No matter how much you earn, you discover that as your income increases, so the desire to increase your expenses come along. You discover that somebody was receiving 50,000 naira, he was able to manage himself with 50,000 naira. The moment you start receiving 100,000 naira, you will increase your expenses. You now say, okay, I can afford this now, and so on. But one who wants to achieve financial stability will not live that way. You will have a working plan. You can't increase your expenses each time your income increases. No, it doesn't work like that. Look, let me shock you with this. There is nobody in the world that buys everything he wants every time he wants at every moment. There is nobody. Even the richest person in the world, if he start buying everything he wants every time he wants it, he's going to come down in his finances. That is very true. There's always a priority. You have to prioritize what you get at this time and what you get later. So there's always that benchmark. This is the highest I can spend. And you know what? Wants always keep coming. For you, you may just be imagining that I'm not going to want desire anything more than this. But when you start talking in billions, you start wanting to spend in billions. So it's always that way. So one has got to learn the basic principles that guide finances in order to achieve stability in family life, in your personal life, and in everything that concerns you when it comes to finances. So now, this from the story of this couple, some of the lessons we can learn is that whatever you're earning, whatever amount you're earning, first of all, you must look for something you will do to earn money, to earn a certain amount of income. And whatever amount you're earning, divide it into different portions. There should be a portion for saving. There should be a portion for your upkeep. And of course, there should be a portion for giving, a portion for charity. There is a portion, for tithe. If you talk about, I classify all that under giving. You want to give to the church, you give to the poor. I classify all that under giving. So there's a portion for giving, a portion for charity. Then there's a portion for saving, a portion for your upkeep. Now you do this. Now the portion, I want to talk about the portion you keep for saving. It is not just that you're going to be saving forever, but you're saving for a particular time, that when you save to a certain amount, you are going to carry that one and invest. Now, where are you going to invest? Where you will invest, you need to find out from the expert. You need to find out from those who know about investing, so that from them you will get wise information on where to invest given the amount that you have. You're not going to get financial information about investing from people who are interested in getting money from you, because of course their primary aim is to get money from you, so they may not give you the most reliable information you need. So but you're going to go to someone who has nothing is going to gain from you. In fact, if you need to pay to get the information, good and fine. The person is giving you the information wholeheartedly. He's not giving you the information because he's expecting money from you. So he's going to take his time and give you an impartial information. And that will really help you. Because by the time you've saved over time, you will invest. Then you continue to save from your where your already sources of income you have, the sources you have before now. You continue to get from there. You continue to keep certain portion, and then that portion you also invest again. And then also the ones you've invested before, when they start giving birth to children, they are not for eating. When they start giving birth to seeds, those seeds are not for you to eat. You use those seeds, you sow them again in different investment, and then over time, over the period of 5 years, over a period of 10 years, over a period of 15 years, over a period of 20, 25, certainly you're going to achieve financial stability. And where you're working, where you spend your hours to get, you sell your time for money. Now as you keep going, if you are able to expand the places. Let's say you open a small business, or you open another business, all that is coming, you are still saving and using a portion for investing. Over time, I assure you, you will achieve financial stability. I hope these little principles will really help you, and it's very important. You must keep learning more. You must keep getting information, more information, to add to what I've said and to add to what you already know. That is the key. Someone once said, if you want to earn more, then you have to learn more. And this applies to every other area of our life. If you want to better any area of your life, you have to learn more about that area of your life. You want to know how to pray more, you have to learn how to pray. And you pray by practicing, you pray by talking to God, and every other aspect of our life. Whatever we want to be better at, we must be ready to learn more about it. Till I see you in the next video, I want to encourage you, challenge yourself. You can achieve financial stability. It is possible. Learn more if you want to earn more. Till I see you in the next video, challenge yourself, and I assure you, you will reach your goal. God bless you.